as a result of her being one of the younger members in a nursing home, we thought that we wanted her life to be more fulfilling. So we asked Phyllis, was she interested in working, and she said yes.
What happened was I was overcome with septic shock. The ambulance came, firefighters came, and I collapsed upstairs. Yes, there were those moments where I thought I was going to die, yeah.
And Jaden was born with a multitude of complications, from having a grade 3 to grade 4 intraventricular hemorrhage. He had severely underdeveloped lungs. He had apnea prematurity, anemia prematurity. So needless to say, just a lot of complications. And fast forwarding a little bit, I think he was probably about 7 or 8 years old. And while he was at school, I received a phone call and they said, does he have seizures? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what do you mean, does he have seizures? And they said, well, he's laying on the floor foaming at the mouth right now.
I needed another hip replacement, and I had that done, and then all of a sudden I couldn't get up. Dr. Lieberman called up my primary care physician, and they immediately went there, and I was in a coma for 6 days, and I'm still trying to learn how to walk now.
She was 14 at the time, and she came in for an aortic valve replacement, but that's not what happened. When they got in there, they actually found a half-pound mass that had been like you'd poured rubber cement down into her lung. It had just taken on the form of her lung.
And it ended up being plastic bronchitis, so it had never happened to any other child before, and that was the severity of it.
It was very tense when they called the family to a room and they say to you, we're not sure. And as we walk into the room, nurses that we have sat with for days are wrapping their arms around me, and tears are coming down their faces. And it just meant so much to us, the compassion that poured out. It was not this medical environment. It was, here comes her mom. But she made a full recovery, and she doesn't have brain damage, and she doesn't have any significant lasting damage from that episode.
Yeah, I'm 16 now. It's all good.
Phyllis is the first person, from my understanding, with the state of North Carolina to actually work and live in a nursing home.
I learned to get in the chair myself, and they allowed me the time to do it myself, because it would be much faster if they just picked me up and put me in the chair. But they believe that the more I can do for myself, the better it is.
It was when I got into that ambulance and I said, they will make this go away, that I was thinking immediately of the people that were in the ambulance with me. But as I've gone through it, it's been so much more that word, they, has grown.
For me, I would say that patient experience is basically everything that you encounter.
They really love her, you know. They've done a good job, you know, with her living in a facility as opposed to home.
And a physical therapist, his name was Mike, he was the one that kind of talked to me as a person.
That is something I will never forget, that kind of personal compassion that just, I mean, she felt our pain. She cried with us. She knew Kinsey, and we had become so, you know, close during those weeks of her care that she felt like so comfortable just to wrap her arms around our daughter and just say, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be all right. You know, it's whatever happens, you're going to be all right.
It was Shannon that came in and said, this is not the same kid I saw last night. So just, even though nursing was not her primary thing, respiratory, none of that.
Oh, Esther. She was my primary caregiver.
Not only did Judy take a hands-on approach, Deborah was real involved with helping us with scheduling.
Thank God there's this group of smart people in one place that are able to do these things.
I've had several that are just so friendly and so nice.
Carrie, my child life specialist, she She is the one who actually got us permission to go to the Bahamas this summer, we believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's good. He's trying to peek out.
Whenever I come here because I have a seizure or something, they're very friendly staff. They're nice. They care for you. It's like you're part of their family.